Hey there. I love you guys really like my Bloxburg showcase build video of my luxury shopping mall build, because really it's really detailed. I'm really proud of my build, and I'm proud of the support you guys give me on my Bloxburg stuff on my channel. And so a handful of comments on my video are saying, how do you do that? How do you do that? Please make a tutorial. So I'm gonna be making a tutorial on my build, not a full tutorial on my entire mall build, because it's really detailed. I cannot do that. But I'm gonna be showing off some building tricks I've done, because as you can see, there's a lot of building tricks I've used on my build. You can see a lot of furniture that are not in game, because they're made of basic shapes and other things. So yeah, I'm going to be showing some tricks. I'm going to be showing some building tricks I used for this mall build, so you can build yours too. So yeah, I really love Bloxburg. Okay, let's get into it. So right now I'm not feeling pretty well. I'm pretty under the weather. So I may sound more calm and monotone than usual. I'm not really feeling well. I'm sick. I'm currently sick. So I figured I'm just gonna record anyways, just to practice, I guess, in speaking. Because honestly, I've kind of been struggling. I don't want the presentation energy with this. I want to be as natural and spontaneous as possible. So with this natural thing, hopefully along the way I get more flow in the way I speak. So yeah, anyways, let's get into the video. So anyways, first off, unfortunately, you're gonna need the advanced placing and transform plus game passes, which I know are pretty expensive, but yeah, those are what I use to make the more detailed the way it is. So if you have advanced placing and transform plus, you may do this, or you could save up money to get the game passes. So yeah, anyways, let's get into it. The first trick, as you can see, you see this border ceiling light. This is actually a combination of border ceiling lights and basic shapes. So what you need to do first, get a basic shape, get a cube. I'm going to use a transparent cube. You scale this to make it flat, just like that, as you please. Now I'm going to say you're going to need to make this to any color. I'm going to use black for now. We're going to use a different color for now. And then you use a horizontal border ceiling light. You could use a horizontal neon light, but in this example, I'm going to use a horizontal border light. Just like that. And then you scale the border light. And you align it with a basic cube. Just like that. And then do the same with the other sides. Boom, just like that. And then now you want to add a landscape up light. I know there's like this sleek ceiling light, but really it's just too bright without the actual bright effect. Get what I mean? It doesn't shine, but yet it's still bright by Roblox settings thing. Get what I mean? While for landscape up light, it's darker, it's less bright, while it still has that shining thing effect. So you want to use a landscape up light, so it still looks like a bright ceiling light, but without the bright light. Because when it's too bright, things become less visible. So if you make this full brightness, it just looks, yeah, too bright. Cannot see much. The details are less visible. It's outshines everything. So anyways, you use a landscape up light here, and then you use transform, just like that. You flip it and then you align it with the ceiling. And so as I said, you make it into a different color first, because if you make it into the ceiling, you cannot grab it anymore. You're gonna have to delete the floor just to grab it again. So you just carefully align it to the ceiling to where you can still see the cube. So just keep the black visible. Like that, and then you change it into the ceiling color, and so it blends seamlessly into the ceiling, while you can still select it and move it around. It's like that, so it's easy. You can also add a vent for extra detail. This one's optional, but yeah, I like some good attention to detail, especially in a realistic build like this. Just like that. And so next, as you can see, this one's a sign. This sign, it looks 3D. It has that 3D effect. Even in this McDonald's one, it looks 3D. This one's actually decals, transparent decals combined with each other. So what you do with this one is get a transparent cube. You scale it so it's small to the point where you don't really notice it, and then you use the the square decal. Just put a square decal there, and then you copy and stack it on top, and then you slowly align it with transform like that, and then just move it a bit just like that. Now you have that 3D effect, and I didn't even change the decal yet, but anyways, yeah, that's the 3D decal effect. I've used this effect on Prada. As you can see, this Prada sign, it has that glowing back sign effect thing. Also some more tricks. As you can see, the ceiling looks white but not that bright. It's just right. So what I suggest, if you're making a realistic build like this, you don't simply just want to use ceiling lights and then make the ceiling white, because if you make the ceiling white, pure white, it's gonna look too bright and unpleasant. Like, it looks less visible, it just looks too bright. So if you make it a bit darker, it looks like it's still white, but it's dark enough where it fits the lighting. So if you look at my last video, I did that. I used bright ceiling lights and a pure white ceiling, so the whole ceiling, you cannot see the details, just pure white flashes your eyes. But here I started using a darker ceiling and less bright lights, so like the landscape up light, so you get to see more of this ceiling and it looks more natural. The lighting, it looks more natural. Right, so next, what about the realistic plants? This one is also pretty simple. I'm sure most tutorials already do this. So basically you put a basic shape and you make it into a thin stick like this, and then you put a transparent decal there and here. You can put any decal you want. Just put you just find a decal from Google. I use Pinterest to find my decals. I use Roblox Creator Marketplace and Pinterest for my decals. But yeah, just look for any decals and you get a nice realistic plant effect. So if you repeat this here, especially with the trees, you see this realistic tree. Yes, it's not an official, it's not even the actual palm tree in game. This is the palm tree in game. The difference is polarizing. The difference is super massive. If you use basic shapes and decals, you can make it look as photorealistic as you want. So yeah. Right, so next, so how do you make this giant glass wall thing with these circle things? This one, first you're gonna get a transparent cube or a semi-transparent cube. I use a semi-transparent cube. Place it, then scale it like this, just like that. Set to any color you want, so you can make it darker like this. And then you use structurals. You put a rod structural. Let's get a standard or big or large round rod, but let's use standard. Just place them like that, and then use transform plus. This is where transform plus gets very handy dandy. You do that, and then you align it. Now just rotate it like this, and then you copy and stack them, and boom, now you have this. It's exactly the same thing as I did. Just scale it up, boom, now you have the same glass wall. You can just repeat the same process, and boom, now you have a giant glass wall. Yeah, right, so next, so these tilted TV screens, how do you make these? These are not in-game items. Yeah, you do the same technique. It's all about just being creative, really. I did not look for any tutorials for this. I came up with all of this. So you just grab any decal and scale it just like that, and then you put a structural just like this, a rod structural, and then you use transform to push the structural up, and then you move it with transform and you tilt like that, and boom, that exactly what I did. Okay, so lastly, what about the light logo? These are horizontal neon lights against transparent cubes. So let's just write any word. I'm going to use the. Let's get a transparent cube. You scale it to the maximum. and the desired amount. You can always place more next to each other, so you can write more words. But yeah, let's place this, and then we write the horizontal neon lights. Just do this. This damn chain placement's annoying. It's really that simple. There's not much tricks, but yeah, unfortunately you're gonna need game passes for all these tricks that I've used. But trust me, it's worth it. If you are ambitious as me and want to make big, realistic or detailed builds like this, yeah, I recommend buying Advanced Placing and Transform Plus game passes. The game doesn't feel complete without those. Cannot live without those game passes. I'm telling you. So you just want to align these horizontal neon lights. Doesn't look weird. And then you color them to any color you want. Could go blue or red or green. RGB. It's supposed to be red, green. But who cares? Just put any color you want. And then use Transform Plus. It's really that simple. And I know it might sound easier said than done, but yeah, it all comes down to being creative. So yeah, that's the rest of the video. You already get it from based on what you see here. This is a really I'm still amazed by this build. I'm still blown away. This is a pretty old build, but it still blows me away to this day. Even though I'm the one who made this, I'm pretty proud of my creation. It's my magnum opus, kind of. So yeah, that's it. Those are the building tricks I use for this mall. You get the point. If you want to copy, you could just copy this. You could copy some parts and make your own mall using the techniques I did. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop recording now. Once again, I'm pretty under the weather. I'm not really feeling well, but I figured I still want to record, and yeah, just gotta get used to it, you know. I don't just want to always come to recording full of energy. I'll just have times where I don't have energy. So yeah, that's another Bloxburg video of mine, and I will make more different kinds of videos, but especially Bloxburg. So yeah, I'm gonna stop recording now. Vibe on.